Hello to everybody. We're kind of tired here, so we're not going to stay on here. Welcome to Tombon Balu here. Ellen Bar, welcome James Uboti, Ruth Tanyon, Solo, with everyone who I'm not seeing on here. You're welcome here to the little podcast that we're going to have here tonight. Yesterday, we said we're going to analyze, we're going to wherever Mommy's dog interview. Sophie Blamo, you're welcome also. Teresa Y, welcome. That's what we were supposed to do, but we got tired yesterday and we fell asleep. So today we're here with our Jesse. And so tonight Yeah, gonna the microphone is open. If you look on there, there's open mic here. We just here tonight. Maybe played a portion of the interview, and then we can talk about it a little bit. Yeah, talk about it a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what you think. How she did yesterday. Did she do good? Did she messed up? Was the interview good? Was it good? She said she found her father's remain. You guys had doubt on that. Do you guys believe what she said, or you guys don't believe her? But to me, I think I believe her. She found it and she buried it, and she found them in Carway and she buried them in Zwedru. So I think it's a closure to the family, and they're moving on. Liberian people don't believe it, but again, that Liberian people they don't believe a lot of stuff. Liberian people can never believe stuff, so like that's why we call them Liberian people. Yeah, welcome, Mr. Cyrus Cooper here. And my Francis son also, you're welcome here. Marie Seon, you're welcome. Deconti Nayu, you're welcome. No, Deconti, yeah. So you guys are welcome here. Liberian people, it's hard to believe things. So when you mind them, you're not going to prosper in life. But the lady who got her father with me said she found it. So I'm not going to get into the argument. She didn't find it, or she find it. No, I'm not going to get into that argument. And she said she found it. She found Evelyn Pennell. Shout out Mr. Cyrus Cooper, all the way New York. Welcome. Tumete Sonny Boy Smith. I not believe her. Tumete say, I believe her. Yeah, Tumete, man, I right. The legal right not to believe her. But the woman who say that the fathers remain. So who am I to say I'm not going to believe you? So that's your right to not believe God, and that's Liberian people. They will believe. They will not. They will be. Some people don't even believe that Jesus Christ came in the world. Certain time, Jesus Christ, they don't believe it. Yeah, certain people don't believe Jesus Christ. So that's a reality to believing and don't not believing things. She said she found it. She took it to. She found the bones. She took the bones to Zwedru and she buried the bone in Zwedru. And she talked about how the whole journey, thanks the people who were with her, who supported her, who stood by her, and all that stuff. She said it yesterday on the double show. So, and she phone remain. And she said there was some ERU guys, the government gave us some ERU, the funeral home, all these people went with her there. So, I mean, we just have to, maybe if she can, at a certain point, she will let us to give her the names of the guys that went so we can interview them. But again, the guys are security personnel. They're not going to, I don't think they will want to bring their faces on camera, but maybe, I who knows, maybe one day they will leave the security force and they will come on live and talk to us about it. Well, she said she found it and she took it, the remains to Grand there and she buried the remain. And that's just how I'm gonna let it be. If those who don't believe, that's the right not to believe. Oh, but she said it, and oh, from Australia. Okay, how you doing? How you doing? And then they show. I don't know. It confused a lot of people because after the interview, a lot of people kept calling. After 4 5 hours, even today, they're playing it and they're calling. I said, no, that's a real something you're seeing that I think it's done with. It was because we wanted to call, and I said, oh no, man, you're behind time. That thing is going to interview going. But we're trying to get Thomas Kuyunkpa wife, the wife of the late General Thomas Kuyunkpa. He was called the strong man in the AFL in the 80s. He and Samuel Doe, Pennell, Nelson Toll with some other guys overthrew in 1980, April 12th. And now we're trying to get a Kuyunkwa's wife to get her side of the story too. You know, the nation, when the nation will heal, the nation must heal. Their truth must be told. There were lies in the process, and those lies must be told. And the people of Liberia must understand that all Liberians were hurt in the process of this. If some people try to make it like they are the only one who was hurt in the Civil War, then I would say I would coming together as a nation to rebuild our nation, would reconcile the country that what Omebwaga doing, which of course we applaud, it will be in vain. Because what we are seeing from one side that they are entitled, their parents or their loved ones were the one who were the victim, forgetting to know that their loved ones or their parents victimized other people also. People got hurt in the process while they're on, and people were there. 1979, the Red Riot. We heard a lot of people got buried in a mass grave. Those people too that was killed during that Red Riot were Liberians. So when we reconcile our country, we should say, well, we gotta get our pain or speak it out and move on. We heard they brought some cheese from Grand Cru and killed them, put them in the mass grave. They were Liberians. And 1979, other things happened when this all those things. Then 1980, then people got put on the poles and got shot. The people too got family members. Then the war came and people got killed. Lutheran Church, this other massacre, the Freeport massacre. How many Liberian people can even talk about the Freeport massacre, where military men were disarmed and shot, plain blank? 60 some more of them died, though that day. How many of the Liberian people can even talk about it? How many person wrote it and put it in the book or even speak on it? Nobody. So we that parents got killed too that day, we were ready. So we'll make our own history and ready. It's like Ellen Johnson said, then the other people tried to even erase that there was Samuel Kanyando, who was once a president. And James Iwote had to make a calendar and put it's right here. And put all the Liberian president there and send it out to the world so the people can know. Because they were ready to take the other part of it. Even Moses Blood, they didn't even want to mention he ain't there. Whether he spent one day, he was the president. Whether 2 seconds, he was the president. But they want to write their history their way. They get one person will get up and just write history and vilify one group of people and glorify the other group. That's nonsense. Our country will not progress with the kind of mindset, the kind of behavior. The Ivorians, the people from Uganda, they fought their own war. They move on. The Ivorian did their own. They move on. Ivorians were fighting in Ivory Coast. They were not shooting. They were not shooting light poles. They were not shooting red light. After the Ivorian War, Laurent Gbagbo got arrested. They brought in and Alassane Ouattara. The people went back and started operating. But our men were sending RPG in the Hadro. They were shooting light poles. Shooting light poles that didn't do anything to them. They say, oh, that's something, don't put it like, oh, shoot it. Forgetting to know that don't die, you go. And the level will be there. I'm surprised that they even born the SKD or pulled from Brown there and bombed those things. So Liberian people and the war were very stupid. They're killing human beings and they're destroying properties that are owned by government, that other people build and use government money. Ellen Johnson said he came, she used, I don't know how many $1 million and broke the defense ministry down because they don't want Samuel Doe to be on our ministry. The health ministry, Samuel Doe built it. The central bank now they are using is Samuel Doe around Ashburn to be that old bank they were renting. The people bank on Broad Street up there where they had the education ministry and then the national bank. It used to be National Bank. And Doe built that one down Ashburn Street, went down Waterside there. How many people can even see that Doe built it? No. Those are historical things. The movie of they want to erase the history and rewrite our history. And those nonsense, we cannot accept those things. We will never. with the microphone now. It is not like before where Ellen Johnson said he used to only come here in the West, come to DC, come here to Washington and sit down in front of Congress and talk. If it is our time too, we're getting buses. The other time people went to DC, they went to police state, Nancy in the office, and they want to talk all these things. And so people can do it. Jack Baurure can do it. Everybody can do it. Yeah. Dwopu can even do it. Seyon can do it. The people listen to you. Before those days, when Ellen came here, she sat in front of the people, lied to the people, made other person look evil in front of the people. And the people believed it because there was no one on the other side to talk. But now, the people say get sense. They will weigh in. When you're talking your own, the other person talking their own. You're going everywhere. They put on YouTube, put on Facebook, people go in and reference those things. They say, but wait now, you come here. Why is this one here? That is it. They don't want to like this. So Liberia will move on. And when Liberia move on, we all put ourselves together. Let those things that hurt us, and we must forgive ourselves, forgive those who hurt us, and move on. Look at Paul Kigami. Paul over there. Paul was a rebel leader. He didn't put on. They didn't know that those people died more than us. In less than, I think 6 months, they had 1 million people killed. We took 14 years, we said 250,000. People had 1 million people chopping people, they go fighting with colitis, chopping the French out, the Hutus and the Tutsis or whatever they call them. And the people moving on. The people country clean, move on. The guy moving on in our country. The rebel leader leading the nation. People moving on. The other paper, the kind of Musari or what? The paper won't run again. That paper bang officer in 1986. He still won't run. I know only paper in that time. My Jesus Christ. That man will stay too much long time like that. You don't get boring with things. I was just board chairman for the Liberian community yesterday. I turned over, I got a new board chairman. We turned all the thing over the office space, all the thing we win, everything, sign it up. Or tomorrow we gotta go, this week, gotta go to the bank and move my name and put the people's name, the board chairman and other people there. So the Ghana State Power, they don't get tired with these things. Yeah. 3 years was enough for me, board chairman. Main Street, I learned from OLM, from here, board chairman. I was elected. Nobody here picked me up. The people elected me right in the park. Boop, chairman of the board of directors. We got office space, we left office space, we left this. We got an area now in a place where we can have parties, like bring people wake, those things, all those stuff. We got those things. By the time came, we had to leave the area for other people to come in the process. So when Liberians want to actually reconcile themselves, the other groups should start acting like they were the only victim. We got to listen to Toba Una family saying that they put 13 people on a trial, kangaroo justice, and gave the people kangaroo, and the people never had a chance to even appeal. But the innocent in your case in Maryland, you hang them in the 70. You're getting good justice too, and they had a chance to appeal. Toba wept those people out and killed those people. He called the people that were doing Boyo White, ritualistic killing on that side. So if you go point your finger, it will point at you too. The troubles, they need to understand. When a door trying to point a finger, something will point at them. When people try to point finger at Tito, something will point at them. So the country got to move on. Tito, me here, I don't know why Tito in jail. To me, it confuses me to me sometimes. But there's a need for Mr. Tito to be released. They put Tito in jail because of Sevaloon. He went to Sevaloon, he carried war in Sevaloon. Well, get the heck out of here. Who was the first person to carry war in Liberia with the Sevaloonists? 1985. Where did Queen pass at? That's Sevaloon. Tito even went to Sevaloon, you were arrested, and they say you're saying what the Sevaloon refused. So the Sevaloon only felt what they put the fire, if you put fire here, it would spread. So the fire they put in Liberia spread in Sevaloon and it spread in Ivory Coast. I don't even know. I think some of the fire went in Guinea too, because the Guinean too or 14 too. So that the country will open the borders for the rebels to pass, our own brothers to pass there and come with wherever they came with. So they need to leave Mr. Taylor alone. There's a need for Mr. That when Baka come here to this White House here, they need to tell this saying doing reconciliation. They need to tell the people that Taylor going to Liberia and join the process of reconciling the country, because he bear full responsibility to what happened. whatever mayhem we had in our country. So there's a need to free Mr. Charles Taylor. A lot of people don't let it, yeah, but that's a fact. Mr. Taylor should be released. If you can have Ellen Johnson Sirleaf passing around the country, other warlords passing around in the country, why can't you allow Mr. Charles Taylor to pass around freely? Let us release Mr. Charles Taylor. Let us release Mr. Charles Taylor. Let us put our voices to that, and then we'll talk about releasing Mr. Charles Taylor. Taylor need to go back home, and when Taylor is released, we'll talk to him to build some kind of house in Grand Jita County, precisely in Kunemo district, in my district, so Taylor can live there sometimes when he can get his farmland there. We can give maybe 10-acre farmland. He go there in other districts in Grand Jita, because Taylor used to love Grand Jita. So our history here, it should not be one-sided history. Whether other people will sit down and say, Mami Doden can say, they were the only people who heard, Mami Doden should apologize. Mami Doden apologizing, you apologize to the other people too. 1979, we read the history. They killed people. They fired the people. They brought people from Guinea. The Guineans don't know us. They were shooting because they are Guinean. They came to protect us. We heard those stories. The Babylon told those stories to us. So should we blame Tobo then? Tobo then dead and gone. Doden came with a radical operation. They dead and gone. So people who they did a kangaroo justice court and they carry the at least they carry the in front of the judge. Even though the guys were not military people, they carry the men to they tried them military tribunal that day, those days. And we know that they were not military guys. Some of them were in the police, the Dempster there, all the guys and they were in the police, some guys were in the police. But most of the guys were not military people. Yeah. So that's what they should do. Tell the story, move on. Papa is trying to do his best. He's trying to get those people to reconcile the nation. The Omen O. He O. Yeah, the Papa O. He reconciled the nation. When you feel that the way he's doing it, not right. Your country, another people can't there and do it the way they want to do it. And then what they refuse to do it. So we are got there, he get a PHP pie. I think he did it with the 13 people who they put on the firing squad there. Probably Joseph Boga doing what other president can't do that one. It's not gonna be late. Because the history gotta be written down in our history books. I don't even know if they still teaching history there in Liberia. Because when they teaching history, they got them these guys continue to do the same thing. What brought the war? Yeah, everything that brought the war, we continue to see it. We're seeing it right now with our eyes. Where some people go pour fire on the Capitol building, and then they say that the other people put the co-fire and pour fire there. The police chief who's supposed to be investigated, they're not investigating the police chief because he was in charge of the Capitol building that night when the fire went. His men were there. We heard him. We had tips where he said they were in full charge of the Capitol building. If I'm in this house here providing security for this area and there's a fire here that they put here now, the electrical thing, they will ask me who here providing the security. But we never saw it from the Liberian National Police. They never asked anyone. The police chief, when the police chief, Gregory Cuomo, went to the ground that morning, he said they was asking to put fire on it. He's not a fire expert, but he already concluded. The fire chief went on the place where they put fire. The man wearing African clothing, wearing fully stressed. It showed that the guy were not serious. The next day, the president was there. President Bouaka went there and said, the people who put the fire, how you know that people put the fire there? The investigation, 1 or 2 days ago, there was no complete investigation. They already concluded in the mindset that they were going to go after certain people. That's what brought the war. That's why Ellen went in the bushes. And Ellen then, Ali Kofa then said they're going to lawyer. But Ellen didn't have the chance to go to lawyer. She went straight Butu. MPFL came. Boom. Why people celebrating Christmas, New Year? Ellen then were in the bushes, then passing around carrying war from left to right. She ain't better even saw you. We turn away you then. And may so rest in peace. Amos Sawyer too, may so rest in peace. This guy destroyed that nation. The guy didn't want to school for nothing, including Ellen. All the school they want banned. Nothing came from all that. Ali Kofa then with his education again, they say, well, we are our lawyer. will go to lawyers, will go to court. So this is a new thing. These new children that were born seeing from their leaders. They are going to court. Unlike Ellington that went through the bushes. They put people in the bushes. They brought drugs, gave people arms, and people start killing each other. Like people that used to love each other, they start killing each other. The gap between those guys. I can remember that day. The papa then went to the mansion. Samuel Doe and Kuyong Pa. My papa was with the central bank, a national bank. But he said he started from information. He still needs to go to the place and cover some story, do some photo thing to the or information there. They went to that meeting there. Kuyong Pa and Samuel Doe and the papa T. like Jerry. Then they tried to bring these two brothers together. But Eddie then still get into the process and mess the whole thing up. So I'll bring Kuyong Pa with here. So Kuyong Pa can tell us how when her husband came to this America, who took her husband from it. She wrote some books that we've been seeing here around the time. But we talked to her for a very long time. She's I don't know if she still lives in Minnesota. Because I left for in Minnesota. She was at the Samuel Doe Foundation thing that the children had, I think Maryland or somewhere, New York, and she was there. She used to be in Minnesota. I know she's still there. I know Tyler Kuyong Pa, the strong man, Kuyong Pa's wife. So she can tell us this history. Then they will get people who will put these things together and break books. So the history, it has to be there. We can't erase the thing there. No, the people who were killed in September or November. I mean, how you got April 12, April 14 or April 12, 1979. We need their names. They get those names and put them there too, so they can be the history. They were Liberians. They're not going to be erased. You can read our history, have big history. Like what we read about Matilda Nepo. I don't know if they get Nepo family, but we read about Matilda Nepo. They were fighting up Dugo or wherever, and she was there. She was smoking or pipe or some kind of thing. Those days, when we were picking them, now in the area, then we were picking it to see a woman smoking, the old man will flock you. I believe Matilda Nepo, a woman way back in the world, something, but she was smoking pipe. I think that the men may go there. Those lies of what they put together. Oh, she stay in the Twin City. Okay, thank you, Mr. That they lie to put them there to go read, places that when you not pass out again, you will fail. It was just spreading Mississippi. What Mississippi? What got to do in Liberia to be spending the whole day? They put me on the spread out in it. They said Matilda Nepo was smoking pipe. And the people were fighting. She put a pipe in, I don't care or what. And fire a key out people there. Poof. So they had a celebration of Matilda Nepo. Matilda Nepo then was the celebration of their birthday or whatever they used to celebrate with this. Samuel Doe then moving from there. I had that other day it removed. Someone who gave native people then celebrating. Matilda Nepo Day. No got it today. All kind of lies in our country there. That it want to change your lives, it will be difficult to change. Yeah, because we live with those lies now, moving on with those lies. They seen lies of born into that the God in Asia, they had the chosen guys, people who God chose. Those Europeans from Greece, Spain, Ireland, and what they put together, because the brother Hitler was killing them, they put them in Palestine. They call it the chosen people. Those are not chosen. Benjamin Netanyahu can yes, send me to a friend. Jesus Christ don't do that thing. Yeah. So now Matilda Nepo Day. She got out of school on Nepo Street. Do we have Nepo family in Liberia? I don't know. I never went to school with any Nepo. I went to a demonstration and I went to jail Gibson. I don't know Nepo then. People then down the AGM that went there. We don't get Nepo people there. But anyway, that the Liberia history that we're talking about. But in 1979, people riot. We have to write about this guy, put those guys who will kill some of them when you know them, the 5 people and some of them still living people there. That routine when Pape or Samuel Jackson need to be talking about. Therefore, you be hammering the old man whole day on Facebook, how the man get young woman. The Pape woman in the 40, she's not a kid, she's 40 some more. And you keep hammering the old man. Oh, he got a young wife. You gotta get your business and people who say the old man get young where that people who let 16-year-old children and 17-year-old like more Ali them. We always want to get into situation and where they get. I didn't want whole day when you see them on the Facebook with that picking what Stephen Johnson picking up from the airport. I didn't want behind the baby behind get young woman. That your business. You know your business, baby want to South Africa and also young girl and boy again. I leave the old man alone. Then you start teaching her the teen and I don't probably what they put in jail. So what they had old men in jail until they got and freed them. So they got a lot of history to tell. One time I was listening to you talking about the crew chiefs that they brought from Mansfield, Double Town, the grandma town in Grand Crew. Yeah, man, Benjamin Jonah, Mr. Jonah, and they brought up people from I don't know what kind of crew man in Jonah. The brought up chiefs, 100 plus chiefs that refused to pay taxes because they were not. What were the taxes doing? They refused to pay taxes, and those chiefs were killed and buried in mass graves. So if people didn't get those chiefs' names too, we need to reconcile with the chiefs. Look at that guy there, Anderson. And in the 70s, they say he was a Boyo, they used to call it Boyo guy. Top of them hang those people, killed them. The guy's son were talking the other day that they killed his part and refused to give his part body. So they need to get him. They need to, when people know where they bury the man, pastor the man and go take a part on the boom out. Yeah, that less skin guy, Obama. I'm a guy, AFL guy. You're advocating for the AFL military people then. Anderson, I think, from Maryland. Yeah. They kill those guys. I don't know, they carry the guy. They say, yeah, they carry the man in and throw sign the people for the people to kill the people. That's the same way too. So 19, look, let's be real now. You think what the guys did, we don't justify those things or glorify those things. But let's be real. You just killed some of the country guys, family people there in 1979. They think French. You put the people in jail, some of the guys in jail, Paco Mafia there, all these people. And then the guys overthrew I mean, most of the guys that overthrew that money, even though the white hand written by Victoria Chopper, she said that white guy killed her husband because she saw the hand. But who then took the blame? That's what mommy was talking yesterday. The blame what somebody got they lie on themselves. Things they didn't do, they say they did it. And now it's left on them. It's left on them. But gentlemen, all Liberian people need to put their voices together and free Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor should not be put in jail. If you don't want to send Taylor to jail, let's send Taylor to jail for Liberia problem. And I mean, all our other guys will go to jail. The Bodnicki, the other people then who committed those things. It shouldn't be Mr. Taylor. You can't put Taylor in jail for Sebalone thing. Sebalone created a problem to us. If those people can be truthful to themselves, we heard a story with the guy in the H. Burma family. That smart guy carried people to Sebalone to train, Liberian children. Took them to Sebalone. I don't know if the guy died or not didn't die, but Sebalone opened the border for the destruction of Liberia. So going to Sebalone and causing mayhem in Sebalone, no Liberian should be punished for that. Yeah. No Liberian should be punished for that. Mr. Taylor must be freed. So that one thing what I'm gonna talk about to just to this guy. Say, look, my man Taylor over there, let's try to free him too. I know they want to, because America will not get called people, far African people here to come and sit down for free. That's something those guys saw in our play there. And I think they're still taking oil from our Liberia there. Those things were adding what there, Sharon there were going there, they were taking oil, they say, then they lay on, they say the black there, no oil. Oil there, no boy can not go build things on the sea. And don't tell don't do something, so I'm gonna think they see something. And they saw something over there. And I was calling women Joseph Boakai for. So Boakai support one of those things, Mr. Taylor, Mr. President Boakai, President Trump. This is what we need. This is what we need. On the other hand, free Mr. Taylor. A lot of people don't like it, women Boakai. But hey, what they care? Well, you already owe, papi. What are the people not let you? They let you. The few times when you get here, let it free Mr. Taylor. Let it free Mr. Taylor. Let it free Mr. Taylor. Or December 1st, they used to celebrate Matela Nipo Day. I said, yeah, Samuel Jordan strapped that thing up because they say Matilda Nipo put, she was smoking. So you tell me who was smoking PWEP in the 18 something before the 17 something or the 19 something that they would take the PWEP. They go care our old people down there because the people were having sent, they were uprising against them. They put the thing and fire them. All the people then died and you can see the Matilda Nipo put fire in the something. They had some kind of guy who was trained on that nonsense. They lied to us. And they made all to learn those things. Can you imagine? John Gazelle, Matilda Nipo, all those kind of things they don't yet taught us. They don't even teach us about our own native people then. You go central Monrovia, they get all kind of streets there. Matilda and Nipo Street, Madano Street, the other Lane Street, the other Broad Street. Nobody see Dwopu Street, Rice Street, Jojo Street. They don't see the street there. They get and bend all kind of things here. They Ash Land and Addington. They get Addington. That's why when we are in exile, we saw the Ghanaian garden dressing African, the Ivorian guy who booba there. I own here wearing straight American clothing. Our culture give it. We don't even know our culture. We go on the boat, we don't even speak our dialect. But when you see the African people in Cote d'Ivoire, if you can speak French, you can speak Mandingo, you can make it. If you cannot speak French in Ivory Coast, if you can speak Mandingo, you can make it. You can find your way throughout the neighborhood. So we that there, when we went there, the people there, they don't even, but Liberian man, they say now, oh my man, even here Liberian people go to party. The people playing the music from the area, the other one who don't even know how to speak English good. They don't even know how to write the names in English. Oh, they are playing Guillaume music, oh, they are playing Cram music, oh, they are playing Pere music. The Liberian people, but when we go to these meetings with other people, one time, one of my men from Rwanda, his father died, went there from the job. The people were speaking so Swahili. They were playing the music from that they play with, but speaking Swahili. We sat there. The guy sometimes you can't even lecture or oh man, that this then going the how we knew what was going on. But the people were speaking Swahili. They don't even care for. They feel that everyone who are there, Black American, everybody from Rwanda, they will understand Swahili. They post spoke. But our Liberian people, that one of my picking from Ghana, he look at the whole man and the picking one Labrador, they get one know about the picking. Like sister here, like sister, like oh my, the picking say Liberian boy, oh they want know about me for. That picking get about Liberian people. No proud for our culture, Mr. Dwopu. Yeah, no Dwopu, they got Dwopu Street interpreter. I talking about Sere Morel, what the name Madano Street, Matilda Nipo, Lane Street, Gary Street. What kind of man from Grand Gire or somebody named Gary? I don't care. Me about Gary Street, Lane Street, all kind of Benson Street, Johnson Street. We don't even see Tapper Street. Yeah. Where is it Tapper Street? Dwopu Street. Immoral. Yeah. Our papa then were there too with them. Don't tell me no native men or them want to laying all those areas. Yeah. The guys had schools, they segregated the schools. People could not go to the same schools with the people. If you won't go there, you have to change your name, carry their names, bear their names. So those things must be erased. Look at the Jangaba, they were Johnsons. Jangaba, they changed their name later on from Johnson to the Jangaba. But some of the sisters were still carrying Johnsons. The other one, Jones. The other one, Jones. You must live with them. You must bear their names before you go to good school. Yeah. But in 1980, all those things stopped. Can you imagine if I go register to J.L. Gibson on Gary Street? in the 80s. Go there, so the men from America. Fixing time, all the men are coming to America. Yeah. So those history, our history for it gotta be written in our history books to read them. But we have to move on, gentlemen and ladies. The nation must move on. You see, Cote d'Ivoire, I'll give you a great example right us when they fought the Ivorian War, they fought Laurent Gbagbo on the other side, while Alassane Ouattara came with the French back troop. They captured Ouattara, Gbagbo that money. The people took Gbagbo to the head. Gbagbo Ben got this city, all these Bete guys from Ganyo, the guys from the west. They go with the other guy and the gated people and the Kwa speaking people. They joined together. They went there and they went over the area. They lobbied for the man. They freed the man. Gbagbo is in Cote d'Ivoire right now. I think he's Ouattara trying to stop him from contesting, but I think he's going to contest. Laurent Gbagbo, he went to the Hague and came back. So we can do that for Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor can come back. I think he's being reformed now. When he come back, I don't think he's coming back with AK-47. Taylor come back now. I think Taylor coming back with Bible and being some kind of an elderly guy who will just be teaching us the history. We go to Mr. Taylor, he sits under the tree, he talk to us about it, and talk to us about this, and talk to us about. We can learn a lot of things and put it in our books from Mr. Taylor. How when that day they crossed in Butuo. We can learn a lot of things. How he went to France. He got freed from here to U.S. And he said he escaped. He ran broke jail. He went to France. He went to Mexico. And then he found his way in Ghana. And then Sierra Leone. And then he was arrested in Ghana. And then Ufwe Bonye and all these people got involved, including some help from the U.S. And they freed him. And all those things. And then finally they launched on Butuo. We can read those things and put it in our history book. Our children will come and can read those things, so they don't go back. When your friend made you angry, you don't go back in the bush like Ellen Salif. You act like Buffer or what's the guy named Kufa, go to the court. Act like Bronsky, go to the court. The Bronsky felt that the people cheated. The voter registration, the LLR or RR, whatever they did with the roster, he went to the court. And we are to play Ludo. They were waiting for the result from the court. But Ellen Johnson Sally, that woman gave it a Butuo. The reason why you see the country quiet because the woman old now. She can't make that move. People who is in the contact with all that. They not get a lot of power now. Young people don't come in. That's why our country quiet for. Dawo, big here. Dawo acting in your 50s, 60s, and Dawo moving you around. But thank God, you know why he made Dawo in this kind of time. Because Dawo going to give Boga problem. Yeah. She and Boga don't agree. She's going to give Boga zero problem. But thank God, Dawo. Right now, Dawo, people didn't get a Dawo. So when Dawo get us another strength of boom and hitting, it's good. Get it out. So that's it. The Liberian people, they will forget about the other one, and we are the victim. And the other one hurt or two by. And move on with the country. Native, Congo, the other one will move on with the country will be straight. Yeah, that land small. It can be developed by the people outside, even the country. Everybody go in the towns, in the counties, they build their own houses there. You come from here, man, Jobu now, you can pay house in your grandma town in Grand Cru. And my man Rai can go to Tuzon, or he from one of those towns in the Bow Belt. I can go into Kunembo and put a little house there and build it and put a photo tank and sit on the farm sometimes. When the roads are all over the place that we saw in Cote d'Ivoire, when the guy in Ivory Coast retired to go back to the villages and sit down and go on the farms until God called them. Yeah, we need those things in Liberia. Oh, Liberia should not only be about Monrovia. Right now, thank God, said a lot of people going to Kakatan and building houses there. They're going to Bensonville, then the Bentor and Bensonville and building houses all over the places. Virginia, all this area, them opening. So I see some people writing all type of nasty thing. And Mami on the show yesterday, your father killed. There was some killing that went on there, they didn't even know about it. Like the death of A.B. Trouble. According to reliable sources, it was Charles Taylor and Queen Ba who killed A.B. Trouble. Those was in Alice Ababa. Yes. He went to the meeting, the African Union meeting. When he came back, he and Ofueboye had an agreement. There was one of these Ivorian captain, I think it was Victor, some kind of Victor, was in the jail in Africa Coast. And those said, he gave me the guy, and I'll give you A.B. Trouble. And they agreed for those that would come by and swap. A.B. Trouble go there and get an Ivorian guy to him. The guy was Captain Gay Victor. Yeah, they freed that guy in 1990. I think 1990, 91, I want to free the guy. But we're talking about the 80s. So according to reliable sources from the Papillon, who knew these things, that when Doe came back, he asked for A.B. Trouble. There are already 0 A.B. Trouble behind the member. That Ofueboye got very angry because it was Ofueboye's son-in-law. A.B. Trouble was Ofueboye's son-in-law. The woman who married Blaise Compaoré, the former governor from Burkina Faso, the former president of Burkina Faso. So the guy was very angry with Samuel Doe. So there were a lot of things that went on in our country. Some guys lie on themselves to take the glory and make themselves to be giant in our country. But again, that's our rocky lies history. We must live with it. Well, I don't think they should teach those nonsense in school. And the Matilda Nepo thing, I don't think they should even teach our children those things in school. Because Matilda Nepo thing was a myth, pure lie. Some woman smoking pork. Mansfield, come here. Get on the line here with me. Some woman smoking pork. Stanley Flan, come on the line. Some woman smoking pork. Woman smoking cigarette. I can remember what beginning when the woman smoked, when the one lady used to be in Jaratan, and when I woman smoke, the paper used to call the woman Grona, you know, nobody will go around the woman, she smoking cigarette. The woman used to put on palm, so I don't know, palm, something like those thing, what it rap, palm mori or whatever thing. Goro, what I used to call it beginning. Woman used to be a very able in Matilda Nepo in town. When my paper when I'm born. Some woman will be smoking pork in front of her, and she saw the people were fighting, they were coming, then they were claiming Duko, then she put a pork down, then they had a funny play, they've had a thing up Duko there, they still got a thing in there, but they used to carry that back in the day, when beginning to go see those people, and they got these things, and they had that gun, what the woman used. That according to them, the woman used. I don't believe it anyway. Most of the people don't believe those things, but are they history? So like Bible history just measure with all kind of yankana thing because of God and King in the country, they try to erase the history and bring their own history in the country. Things that they cry against while they were here. They went to Liberia and they started doing it to their own African brother who gave them place for them to even be and learn. A lot of the guys I went were not educated. Because the time those days when it was forbidden to read, when they see black men reading in America, they will kill you. So how come now they went down and they start forming government? Because it was a help of those ACS or whatever they call it, American Coordination Society, those Garden King, and they say they formed the country was a free country, and they discovered the country. Liberia discovered together America. Got last Abraham. Colombo and King and discover. You got the Indian Jew and say discover the poor country. That nonsense that the Latin they want to go right there. How the man will discover, like come in the house here now while living in the house and he discover this house that I'm living in. There are people in this house. They discover the country. They were in America funding with free black slaves. So our papa them were there. They had to put on the our logo that the Love of Liberty brought us here. Our people were there. That thing need to be strapped. All the reconciliation I'm telling you about. We saw the other time they moved Robert Lee, the guy from Virginia, who just killed the people there. They put a statue, they remove it. There is a need for to remove those things, what they call Love of Liberty. Love of Liberty, bro. How are we that were there? Oh, they don't tell me human being there. A fish they met there. But I saw animal there. I bring out this animal. That animal they met there. Yeah. There's a need for that. Love of Liberty. Time I do them, sort of move that thing from there. That thing, that Love of Liberty. You strap it out. The pioneer children move flat those things. They met us there. The pioneer children were read history, read our history. Yeah. And Gene go to face. You're not going to face the thing here. The children end up boning, and they're not going to see there's a calendar here. We'll get President Samuel Doe. You even got Moses Blah here. You got, let me see. You got all these people here. You got all these people here. Let me see. Let me put it down here. Let me put it. If we can even talk to James to make more of the calendar, so we can distribute it, we will do it. Yeah. Let me take these things up here and show it to you. You got all kind of lies. I think we'll sit down here editing and can read our history for. I'm big here. We are the other than on the team. Yeah, team. All the presidents from Liberia. Yeah. You see Samuel Doe. You see Moses Blah. Many put Moses Blah and Nene in there. What are you talking? Moses Blah was president. You think you're going to teach our history? Why are you teaching your children and counting different things? Teaching our children in the history of the Republic of Liberia. They got Amos Sawyer here, Amos David, Bawakbo here. They got Judy Bryant. They got Ruth Perry. They got Wilton Sangawolo, Ellen Seri, Moses Bladen, right here. Joe, we are. Oh, you're gonna say anything with stupid people that won't reread history in Liberia. It's stupid Liberian people. Other people say that other people reread the history. That one they leave with there and they go. Joseph Jingy Rawa. Where was Joseph Jingy Rawa born? Let me teach you. Joseph Jingy Rawa. He was born 1847 to, no, I think 1847, he led the country to 1856. He was born in where? In Virginia, USA. Knoxford. That's what Joseph Jingy Rawa was born. They get Knoxford in Liberia there. You're telling me now? Joseph Jingy Rawa was born. Stephen Allen Benson was born where? In Maryland, USA. He was born. He was elected at the age of 38. Born, he ruled the nation from 1856 to 1864. Then you got Daniel B. Warner. Where was Daniel B. Warner? And he came from Maryland. Here in Maryland, DC. Maryland, where they call it? That's where he came from. Daniel, then you got James S. Spring, the guy who needed Springfield after. Where was he born? He was born in Virginia too. So you got Joseph Jingy Rawa from Virginia, you got James from Virginia, you got Stephen from Maryland. You got Daniel from Maryland. Then you got Edward J. Raw. Where was Edward J. Raw born? Edward J. Raw was born in Ohio, right here. In Ohio, that's why he was born. These guys came on a ship. They migrated to Liberia. See how they got in dress. Our papi, they never used to dress that day. Look at the they wear bow ties and passing around with neck bow ties and all those things. Then you got James Smith. James Smith too, where was he born? He was born in South Carolina. James Smith was born in South Carolina. That's where James Smith was born. You got Arthur Gardner. No, Anthony Gardner. Where was he born? Virginia also. Oh my gracious God. This guy, all of them, but greater from here. Then you got Alfred Russell. I hold on, Rufus Russell, Uncle Yo. Alfred Russell Francis Russell. Where was he born? He was born right in Kentucky. Jesus Christ, you swab you. That guy was born right here in Kentucky. Let me show you so I will see the guy. The guy right here. The papi red with a web here. He was born right here in Kentucky. He went to Liberia. He was the 9th president. He was born in Kentucky. He served vice president to Gardner. He completed Gardner's term. He was born. He led the nation from 1883 to 1884. He's born right here in Kentucky, KY. Can you see that? These are the people who led us. That the people they want make history. But native men get it and say, man, I'm president. Can you imagine? Jesus Christ. Then we came down here to Hillary Johnson, Richard Johnson. He was born where? This guy, you were born in Liberia. You were born in Montserrat. The president probably went there and born in Montserrat. The guy was born in Montserrat. This particular guy here. He's born in Montserrat. But we got it, we count that will not be removed. We're making copies. Every year we're changing a year from there and put new year. They want 2019, 2018, 2019. We'll put new years there. You think crazy people? Joseph Cheeseman. Where was Joseph Cheeseman? He was born in Monrovia. He was born in Grand Bassa. Joseph Cheeseman. The other guy was born in Montserrat. So we got two guys who were born in Montserrat, in Liberia. The other guy was born in Grand Bassa County. But these guys, they came on a ship. So they were from here. Then you got William Coleman also. Or you got Joseph Cheeseman. And you got William Coleman. William Davis Coleman. He was born here in Kentucky also. This guy born in Kentucky. He led the nation from 1896 to 1900. He was born right here in Kentucky. He was born here in Kentucky. Cheeseman was born in Kentucky 4 years. So they have 4 years. He was 56. He was 50 years old when he served. Then you got Garrison Gibson. I think that guy named G. Debbie Gibson after. Where was he born? He was born in Maryland. In Liberia, Maryland. That man was born right here in the USA, Maryland. USA, Maryland. We got 2 Liberian born. So the guy's parents went there, born in there. Arthur Barkley. Where was Arthur Barkley born? Arthur Barkley too coming from. He was born in the Caribbean. Oh. So Liberia, anybody come anywhere, be president. The guy was born in the Caribbean. Arthur Barkley. He left from 1904 to 1912. He was born in the Caribbean. Jesus Christ. Daniel Harvard. Where was Daniel Harvard born? He was born in Grand Bassa County. They were following Grand Bassa there. Grand Bassa County. He left from 1912 to 1920. Then you get Charles D.B. King, who left from 1920 to 1930. Where was Charles D.B. King born? He was born in Sierra Leone. Jesus Christ. One from Caribbean. I brought someone to Charles D.B. King was born in Sierra Leone. He was born in the Bahamas. What kind of Bahamas? Charles Bogo, the Bogo here was born right in Sierra Leone. Like Abel Sawyer brother. Then we come here to Edward Barkley. Oh, we got Charles D.B. King. Oh, you got Arthur Barkley and Charles Barkley. No, Arthur Barkley and Edwin Barkley. Edwin Barkley led the country from 1930 to 1944. From 1930 to 1944, where was he born? In Montserrat, Liberia. Then you get William V.S. Tubman. He led the country from 1944. He was the largest guy. Why they allow him to serve this long? These guys only served 4 years. The other guy served 14 years. Edwin Barkley served 14 years from 1930 to 19. They never had term limits on these guys. They could just serve. So Tubman was born in where? Maryland. The parent came from the Bahamas, one of those Haiti places. He was the 18th president. He said he born in Maryland. He led from 1944 to 1971. He had an open door policy. And then you got William Richard Talbot Jr., who led from 1972. But why would he leave? From 1944 to 1971, there were no president from 71 to 72. There were no president. There was a vote. The 1 year lapse there because here was in 1972 to 1980. So no, the person who did it didn't have to correct because Tubman died in 1971 and Talbot was vice president. He took over. So he was the 19th president. He was born in Montserrat. He was born in Bensenville, Bentor. He was overthrown, assassinated vice president to Talbot. Then you got Samuel Canyon Doe, born 1980. I mean, he led the nation from 1980 to 1990. Where was he born? He was the 20th president. He was born in Grand Gita, Liberia. Grand Gita is on the map. Right here. The one you raise it. Eddie then can't read our history. Who the hell is Eddie to read our Liberia history? It was stupid children that will sit down there. Then you got Charles Taylor. Charles M. MacArthur Gange. Got a lot of names too. Taylor. He led from 1997 to 2003. He was the 21st president. He was born in Arlington, Montserrat County, Liberia. He was elected at the age of 47. Yes. Yeah, then you got this guy here from Moses Blah. He left from 2003 to 2003. From 2003 to 2003, Moses Blah. Let my man Moses Blah. Where was Moses Blah born? Moses Blah was born in Tuatown. Tuatown is in what? In West County, Nima County, Tuatown. So Nima County on the map. Whether Erin Leggy or not, Nima County on the map. The guy was born in Tuatown in Nima County. Then we had Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and she left from 2006 to 2018. Where was she born? She was born in Thelma-Bombing County. She was the 23rd president. This guy was the 22nd. Well, Taylor was the 21st. Again. Then you have all these interim guys, caretakers. You got okay. Then you got George Weah, who left from 2018 to 2023, 24, like that. He left the country. What's the guy? George Weah. Where George Weah was born, he was the 24th president. George Weah was born in Claratown, Montserrat, Monrovia, Liberia. He born in Claratown. Vice President Joe Howard Taylor. They were 51 years old when you get there, president. They had an interim leader. These guys they call an interim presidents. You got Eamon Sawyer, who came from 1990 to 94. You got David Kwamwakbo, 1994 to 1995. You got this guy here, what they call him, Wilton Sankawolo. I think he's from Bond County, or some kind of area from over there, from 1995 to 1996. And you got Madam Ruth Sano Perry. She came from 96 to 97. Then you got Charles Judy Bryan. You got from 2003 to 2000. This is our history. We're not gonna sit here. Somebody reread our history. We would teach. Look, when you want a librarian student, the children are born to be confused. We'll confuse the people. Yeah, we'll confuse them. We'll confuse them right there. That Liberia here, the history of the nation. You want to erase it? You can get people that Charles D.B. Keenan, those people then what Edward Barkley, those guys who sold the people into slavery, according to our Liberia history. You can get in there when you erase certain people. They wanted to move Moses Bland and Samuel Doe from our history. We're not going to accept it. I beg you. You know, there are two high traps in our country that you erase the people will erase the whole Liberia. When you raise it too high, it travels. Croupo get high, but it's scary. Who did it? Want to be reading book and reading dictionaries and pamphlets and those things. Yeah. So that's it. That's it right there. Well, yeah, we want Twitter back. Charles Twitter. We need a free Twitter. I need to join the group. This is a group that calls themselves Release Mr. Twitter Now. That we need Twitter back. Now we need him back.
Hello?
Yeah.
What do you say?
What?
I want to speak to Double.
Who are you?
Man, Double. He's on his show. I want to speak to him. Or you can speak to him?
Kena wamonye beyaba, wamonye benyagate, wamo freedom kweta, Kenya sieto. Kena wamonye benya, wamonye beya, wamo freedom kweta, Kenya sieto.
Go ahead. What's your name?
My name is Bonzo. I'm in Philly.
All right. What you say, Bonzo?
Yeah, what I'm saying here is that I want you to try to talk between mommy and his sister and his brother there. Let it come together. Because if they listen to all kind of noise, it will bring this division between them.
Yeah.
And that's not good. So y'all will the people of there, y'all will the family of the people, you try by all means to talk between mommy, his brother there, his sister there, let it come together. You know, one finger can't take right, gotta be two.
Yeah.
Let it come together for one another so that peace can come between them. They must think how their part that, how their man that. So
Okay.
they must think about that one provision not good. So that's why I got to say.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The other guy said Charter was born in Boston. Then the other, then he said Joey was born in Park Hill, New York. They posted the man born in Clarendon. And Taylor was born right in Arlington. Then they came here to the U.S. So that other story you get, that different story. That your story long. I don't want to call that long story. Oh. All the things you're talking a long story. I was saying I was sort of make some money. I made the money. I just made $30 here now on my trade. But anyway, that's not. I was teaching liberal history. So you remember. Yeah, so that's it, man. I'm gonna leave now. But the liberal history will not be changed. You'll be there, you'll be writing about Matilda Nipo having PUEP, what she was smoking PUEP to her mom. And she shot the PUEP and they put a fire in the PUEP and the PUEP shot and killed some native people, children who were climbing the hill, trying to free the country from whoever they wanted to free it from. And we want our own. Yeah, so that thing, that story again. Well, people are, oh, we're not gonna believe that story. Hey, hell no, I ain't gonna believe that kind of story. Yeah. So, boy, that's it, man. We're gonna hook it up, team it up, and then we're gonna go. You can please respond to my question. What your question, madam? Everything in Liberia. What your question? I can see. Let me see. Let me scroll down. Everything Liberia. Everything Liberia. Everything Liberia. I'm not seeing your question or everything Liberia. Okay, everything Liberia. You say, why are you advocating for Taylor? Don't you think he has to pay for his crime? Taylor crimes, the crime that he got Taylor for, Mr. I just said it, Mr. Everything Liberia. The crime that he got Taylor for, it is not a Liberia crime. We're not going to pay for Mr. Taylor paying for Sierra Leone crime. The Sierra Leone was the one that was greatly involved in our civil war. Yeah, they had Sierra Leone rebel fighting in our country. They were there. We had Sierra Leone opening the borders 2-3 times for rebel to go train in the country to come attack Liberia. So Mr. Taylor only acted on what he did to his country and he came back. So Mr. Taylor cannot be heard for the atrocity that went on in Sierra Leone. Had Sierra Leone closed their borders and acted like the Mano Rebel Union brother, now they're not allowing any rebel group to go train in there, then Liberia are not going to go into war. Because the rebels coming, they're training in far off, like Libya, they needed to open somewhere for them to pass. That they were passing Africa, but they were passing Sierra Leone too. So when you put fire here and everything in Liberia, and you put a fire here, the fire will go back. You put a grass here, you go put a fire in the middle of the grass the fire will spread all in the grass. All those animals, that those snakes and those grasshoppers, all those things were burning it, so that the fire went back in Sierra Leone. So all that thing they were doing to Taylor, they were just a miss. They didn't treat him fair. They tried, everybody knew that trial not fair. But they could not be pinpoint Taylor in Sierra Leone. Oh yeah, people were there, this, that. The simple then who were for the how they even know that Taylor meant it. The people look the same. The people like Brown was speaking Creole all over the place too. But again, that's it. They putting Taylor in Sierra Leone for Sierra Leone crimes. It's just wrong. Because Sierra Leone was the one that opened the borders to Taylor and to even the UNIMO. Where was the UNIMO formed? A UNIMO UNIMO, you're looking at, where was it formed? Was it not formed in Sierra Leone? So Sierra Leone Taylor should not be here. Why will you go home and Taylor in jail, then you get Eddie and passing around the other people then who fought who came to get Taylor, all the passing around freely? Does that make sense? Taylor need to come back. He comes back, we can, we let him. Because constitutionally, he only serve one term. Under the law, he have to serve 2 terms. So he can go back and run for another term, and he's going to win overwhelmingly. He will win bigly. So my man Donald Trump voice. And then all those guys who are stealing from Liberia, minister, the police so he steal money. The other one, the police so they steal money. The people selling guy in the street, and say, all those kind of things, you see, the nation will be straight. When somebody is straightening the nation, and the only person who is straightening is Taylor. So that's it. I think I answered your question. You disagree. Taylor disrupted. Do you know how many people the people then your father then too disrupted? Do you know how many child 1979 people child who were disrupted? 1980 people child who were disrupted. 1985 in the Nima Ray, 1980 Nima Ray or 83 and so 82, 83. Then 1990 people. So if we will continue to say child who were disrupted, because you said all things like social media. You gave yourself you said the whole Liberian name, but I know that some human being saying that we don't even know if female or you male, but that's a human being saying that behind that thing ready. So everybody child who were disrupted. People all growing in refugee camps. You're getting in Kingdom Ferry to cross. That time while you're going behind it, you don't even know the people you're going to meet and how they will treat you. But we'll make it. We made it and we're moving on. That was the greatest mistake in Liberia, man. I say, man, everybody was the greatest mistake, including Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the general from the people who used to talk. But the free terror campaign will start. We're trying to team up with some people so we can get on it. Why we do what we can do here and do things. Tomorrow I'll call that guy and William Anderson and talk to him. And because people are hurt. And Andrews, I mean, yeah. People are hurt. And people have to say these things to move on. So we're trying to get with Madam Kuyong Ba. And we'll get to other people to talk and talk. So if you say, well, Tito hurt you, well, somebody who you related to hurt somebody. So let Mr. Tito be freed. Let the nation move on. Matera Nipo used to burn coal from her smoking pipes in order to protect the American Liberian during a battle on Crown Hill between the pioneers' children and the natives. She put the burned coal from her pipe, to put the burned coal from her pipe and place it into the canal and kill the natives. In her memory, the Tubbo and Todman administration declared December 1st as a national. Well, Samuel Doe came later on. It didn't even last. Because when Doe came, it was John Wright. Thank you, John Wright, for that history you just gave. I will start engaging the people very soon. That senator, we have to get in that house and change that house. But we're not changing it. The Darren Dino who said the economy was in the toilet hole after he got elected now. The economy came from the toilet hole and came into on the table. What are eating chicken bones, and the horses are fangs and they are big boys. I know, but not everybody will be in support for this. In McCain's men, they will not be in support for this. So I understand that it's a free ride and a free fight to get Mr. Tito out. If we can get him out, we're getting out. We got to try our best. And a lot of Liberians who are going to join me, Mr. Liberia, everything Liberia. Yeah, thank you very much. The late Tamakuyamba did not kill A.B. Tubbo. He did not kill A.B. Tubbo and Vanny Dempster. It was the late vice head of state of the Deed for People's Redemption Council. What did the Thomas was saying? But it said Charles Taylor were there too that night when A.B. Tubbo was killed. According to reliable information, Kuyongba was there. Taylor was there. Yeah, Charles Taylor was in there because they already came from here at that time from the U.S. when they overthrew, so they were already there. Charles Taylor were in the barracks when the people took A.B. from the cell that night and killed A.B. Tubbo. Yeah. Kuyongba was there, Tubbo was there. I mean, what's his name? Taylor was there. And when Sam was there, I'm hearing that Sam was there. He was in the midst. Somebody had to order the thing. Kuyongba, remember now, he was a strong man. He was a strong man. So this history, I think that anyway, these guys go carrying on this operation, this mission, they will not have press people there. So people will not write these things. When you don't write these things, history books. Like here, this guy who killed a lot of black people, Robert Lee. Even though he killed a lot of people, the people didn't like it, but they wrote it in there, they can read it. That's why they brought his monument or his statue down and broke it down and took it down. They took Robert Lee down. Robert Lee was brought down. He was on a horse. They brought him down. They took that thing out. You can't kill a bunch of Negroes. Then you all get him on here, passing around like a hero. They took Robert Lee down. Yeah, the guys lynched the people around here. They were taken down from those things. So, but we need to learn these things. You just told us about material nipple putting fire in the thing. All right, he said the late Thomas Winston took a group of soldiers to the post-Sackings prison. Well, okay, all right. Maybe that could be after Vonnie Dempster was shot on the pole with those guys. Because they got A.B. Trouble out of the French embassy, you remember? He was seeking refuge in the French embassy. The AFL got the MP and PRC boys broke in there. They went there and demanded him, and the French pulled him out. Now they arrested him. Yeah, we all out of story. He went to the French. So the guy never had any time with two money. Yeah, busting people in boxing and took a Senator Double. Yeah, and my man, my man, you know when I'm a senator now, I'll be wearing these. I mean, see how who. I'm not going to dread it. No trouble. That funny thing. What taught me point? Okay, maybe trouble. No, I can't wear necktie. No, I don't wear neckties. I don't wear neckties. I don't put neckties on. I feel when I put those things on, and something want to choke me. So I don't wear. Maybe I probably be wearing in purple. I probably joining my man Moses Black in purple. You know, I had my real city there. I wear the purple and I'm passing around in the town. So Mr. Thomas Kuyangba and Charles Sitter was not a part to kill A.B. and Vonnie. All right, well, Mr. Wright, John Wright, I think you got a lot of experience in this history. So one day I'll open this forum here, maybe about 10 people, they think take 10 people. We come there and we give our view and pass our liberal history. That's a passion we're doing that with fishing. But we left with some half truth and some of those things, the guys write a bunch of lies. But we gotta talk, we gotta sit down from whether you like the person or you don't like the person, we need to sit down and talk it. That's the only way peace will come in the country. You can't say, oh, I'm not sitting with the person because the person from this place, that person from this place, that person from this place. You keep doing it, you're gonna have yourself to blame. You're gonna have yourself to blame. No, Vonnie Dempster was not part of the 13 men that were okay. All right. But man, I'm going to lie the bugger when you see the bugger that papi now. So the papi got to entertain yourself with all laughter. Then when they get and dancing, the old bunk country old man and dancing and bugger laughing. I say, papi, y'all need to tell the old man for him to get in. Okay, the papi retired. All right, man. We're going to be here again tomorrow. Do another freestyle. I will try to bring Kuyongba's wife on. Or Mr. That guy who Anderson. Andrews. I'll bring the guy on so we can talk history, about like real history. Because I can remember back in the day, he was on a visit alone with his delegate when the Silko Storm and Kuyongba ordered the removal of trouble from the Ivorian embassy upstairs. It was never at the French embassy in Monrovia. Before the return of Doe from Freetown, Abital was already killed. That is from Mr. Whitty. The history, I guess, they all over the place. So we have to pass them. We will do fishing and we'll do passing of our history. People don't like it, but we gotta do what we gotta do. There's other people feel that they're superior, and other people below them, beneath them, and all the kind of stuff. We need to get rid of that. The whole nation was hurt. In the process of the nation being hurt, people were hunted. People got hurt in the process. That's it. Look at AB, look at Tubber's daughter explaining from the TRC. The guy who overthrew didn't even know them. So the people were showing them out. Yeah, people were showing it allegedly. Ellie Neha list. Allegedly, I'm not sure. That's what we heard. Maybe it could be true, or it could not be of these people. Though they didn't even know these people. Though them was back in the day, the Army men were real cool, dry, skinny, bony guy. They didn't even know these guys. Never met these guys before. Names were given to them to do what they did. And who get those names? Yeah, true reconciliation. It's not cow poo reconciliation now. Not a cow poo reconciliation, the real true one. So there were a lot of things that happened in the country. And then we got to be bullshit on the table, how people were taking no, not political. We don't want no political ones. Well, it will be true. And people be sincere. They're taking notes. They're writing things down. Everybody be given a chance to speak. You bring my yata from in the village, from whoever from the village who parent or family member got killed, they have the right to come and speak. It's not just the elite. You bring out elite team by, you be among yourself, you do your elite team, or we ourselves do our own on our side. And you try to reread the history or reread the history. You try to read history and move any of the people then from there and say they're not president, and I only you alone president, then you lie. You lie. RPG were brought in the country by you. AK-47 were brought in the country by you. Drugs were brought in the country by you. Your friends disagree. What Sherman, Vanish, what name? Charles Bronsky disagree with the election result 2017. He went to the Supreme Court. Bronsky did not go in the bush in Basel. Bronsky went to the court. What name? Kofa did not go into courts. They didn't go to Basel. They say whatever. Move also went to the court. Went to Ellen won the 1985 election for I don't know which Sando, I think Monserrato or as a senator. She refused to join. She was in the bushes. She and her men. They in the bushes coming in with AK-47, RPGs and all that stuff. So that's it. I mean, those guys then we must applaud them. When Bronsky died, but maybe his soul rest in peace, he went to the court. He said that precedent. He said it right there. People go to the court. People start going in the bushes. The bushes will not do anything for go to the court. And then when the decision came from the court, Bronsky accepted it and moved on. But had Bronsky gone to the bushes, then you're going to be another rebel leader. He said, no, I'm going to no bush. I'm very much educated. I got my kids and all of them. They're educated. They need to be in the country. We're going to the court. Supreme Court. Here we are. We saw Kofa in court. They're going through the prayer, arrested them. Even a political charade, Chusa Baga and boys doing. They get one arrest, people hang in the hand, Canada to Central. The lawyers come in, they even free them. Then the kids died on the slopey, rocky, all kind of things. Police chief coming with press conference. Every even case in court, but police chief having press conference. Well, you not see that kind of thing here before. The case in the court, in front of the court, the judge and the lawyer then discussing the thing. But the police chief is having press conference on a other regular basis. I know who advising that ball. That picking need to be his brain need to recalibrate. I don't know where he learned police from. I don't know man, if he didn't show that man. I don't know where he learned police from. But you already did the thing. You arrested these guys. You send them over to the court. Let the court do the job. Start interfering now. It's like the way you interfere with the case. You went on the scene. You already found people guilty. And you're arresting people, bringing AR video and showing it to us. Picking Mambe, you told him he learned about AI. He told almost 2 months he learned about AI and making video recording of AI. Somebody made a recording to about AI and put his voice inside. AI video, and you're coming and find people guilty and send them to jail for years. And you're forgetting to know that this same thing and what the people did to your parents, where you say no, do them when I saw to do it, you went in the bushes. That police chief we heard you with MPFL. He was a rebel leader, a rebel guy in MPFL. We heard, I don't know him, I'm not sure, but allegedly we heard that he was with the MPFL. I believe that when you're fighting for the MPFL, he felt that 17 other people did that what they came back, that what they came with the rebel group. And that the same thing they are doing to their friends. How the heck you have a police station? You told the world that your men are in charge of the Capitol building, the Bonnie Capitol, and none of your men are seen on radio or on TV or anywhere interrogating them, asking them questions. But then all of a sudden, people who miles away, you bringing in, you grab Jacob Deeply representative, Deeply, you grabbing lawmakers, Deeply from Grand Jury number district number DC, because he was in the car when they were discussing it, and you not tell you also you're arresting. All kind of Trump all and don't send they're doing in our country. And these things can inflame things. If they don't take time, those things will inflame things. And then the Matilda Nipple was among the 7 women, the 7 ladies that designed the Liberian flag. That flag, the designer, the flag from America, did that thing. We need our own flag. All the countries, they put the color together and make one flag. And lead the Liberian flag, American people flag. So that is the same thing our men are doing. These guys are there. Under the leadership of Joseph Boyka. He watching a police chief, the fire chief. That guy, I know how to make that man fire chief. Because that guy is clueless. He had no idea on fire investigation. He had no nothing on fire. He went in that day. He only exhumed. And then later on, people start arresting people. You move the man from the speaker jail, the man move with no fighting. Then you want to catch a man and you want to put a man in jail. You want to take a man position. You open the seat for people to go put it. And that man go be causing trouble now. Then there is that bro. And you're the one who are enjoying. So when trouble come, all y'all be in refugee camps and eating food, standing online, eating cocodoro. I don't know if you will help again. So the Liberian government, Joseph Boyka, that one, you and your beginning, you better stop. Yeah, they put that guy. I heard they say the man was an MPFL guy. Or Coleman. Gregory Coleman was with the MPFL. So why did you join the MPFL? You didn't go join MPFL for sure. You might say maybe somebody harmed one of your family members or did something to your people in Bassa. So you join the MPFL. You're going to liberate the place. Then you don't think these guys can go and liberate themselves? You're making fun in Liberia. Your police officer, when the first thing, the crime scene, those who are there on that particular scene or wherever, they didn't be questioned. We didn't see your questioning none of the guys. We want to see you torturing people, interrogating other people, torturing people, arresting people, keeping them in police cell for a bunch of time. The family don't even know what's going on. You brought one other guy in the country, you sat him in a hotel, bribing him to lie on people. You say he's not lying. All those kind of things with all those things. And y'all think the country is cool now. You're enjoying your riding car, you got body guys. Those guys that came before you have bought the guy with AK-47, M16 for that matter. They removed them. So those things not going to last long. So Boyka and boys, they better calm down. Nobody have time. But let me give you a Gadi city.
Attachez vos ceintures.
God put a gun down to go dance. I'm a tired for it and put a gun down to go dance. So what Gadi said is it attachez vos ceintures. You tie your belt, you put your belt on. You got me dance.
Attachez vos ceintures. Pascal Ipou. Kiki. C'est tout le monde qui bouge.
C'est le grand Mapuka.
Eric Manjo, Edison Baby.
Il y a les grands Mapuka aujourd'hui.
C'est à revoir. Plus jamais ça. Docteur Pité.
Allez, allez, si là.
Attention, en position serrée. C'est Patrice de Moro ou bien Domoro, Hermano Patrice Domoro, Inaboya Kanyadu Kulema, Mapuka Domoro, Panem Kanyalo Naleo, Shamu Pale Yangi, Maka Kanyalo Nesio, Shamoro Domoro, Atrebanyana Mapuka, Pacha Pacha, Atrebanyana Tequeo, Pacha Pacha, Atrebanyana Polio, Pacha Pacha, DJ Conga, GPS, Atemene, Aulio, Panyose Aziko, Yopurareo, Kose Azibaka, Nuana Kwao, on est venu pour danser, allez nous en arrière, on est là pour la joie, c'est tout le monde qui bougeait, aïe c'est l'idée, ça crie de ses pros, Titia Eric, en position serrée.
Tout le monde marche là-bas.
Nous c'est sur la
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful rest of the week. And stay blessed and stay cool out there. It's very hot now, so drink a lot of water and be safe out there and be cool out there. And then yeah, that was Gadi Shiri, the former Ivorian captain. He was the captain of the Ivorian Elephant. That man played for ASEC Mimboza. Captain the ASEC Mimboza from ASEC. Then he played on the Av now. He's doing music now. He's a big guy now, got a lot of money. He from that same time where they Laurent Gbagbo from Ganywa. They're all from the west of Ivory Coast. And that's Gadi City right there. They guys say Ellen Johnson said he was born in Washington, D.C. That's a myth. And the lie detector said that was a lie. Yeah, good night.